Hello, guys. This is Nerd Nation Films here again with the second episode of Nerd Negotiation. I'm joined again by that swag bro.
Welcome.
And my brother, Boston Minecraft.
Special guest. Okay, so today we've got a wide variety of topics, but we're going to start out with
Injustice 2.
coming soon to a theater near you. Just kidding, it's a game. We loved the first game. If you guys know, I've probably beaten the campaign like 3 times by now. What about you guys? How many times have you beaten it?
Once and a half.
Okay, that's a valid answer right there. Okay, so Cameron, take it from here.
So, Injustice 2 is just around the corner. By that I mean next year.
It's better than 3 years away.
But the original game had a wide variety of characters, but everyone is starting to think of who else they could add.
I loved how they added like 6 new characters, but they didn't add the ones that people wanted.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
They added like the most random characters. They looked in like the DC, whatever it is, encyclopedia, and they were just like random pages. Oh, put them in the game, yo. So that happened.
So the gameplay trailer confirmed that we're getting Grodd, Atrocitus, and Supergirl, which are nice, I guess.
It's wicked nice.
Grodd, I was really excited to see.
I'm excited for Atrocitus. I can't wait to play as that character.
Yes, Grodd was a stage transition in the original game. I don't remember which stage, though.
He was there. He was in the, I think it was the prison on the,
Yes, I think that
on the other, what is it called? The world something. It's not Earth 2.
Yeah.
It's the Insurgency. He was a prisoner in the Insurgency. And he was there, and you were, like, fighting, and you see him in the background getting, like, pushed back by some guards. So, that was very cool. And now I think we're going to talk about which characters we want to see. So, let's start with our guest, Boston Minecraft.
I want to see Captain Boomerang.
That's a valid answer. You're up.
It's kind of hard, but they need to, like, add more Flash villains, as he said. They had
Captain Boomerang is a Flash villain, if you haven't seen him. He's actually a great villain. You should look him up.
They had a very limited cast for villains in the original game. They were mostly Superman or Batman. They need to add more variety.
They kind of it was more of a Superman and Batman game, like a Batman versus Superman type of game.
Yeah.
They just threw in the rest of the Justice League, just for good measure. You know how it is. So, who would you say would your character be?
Maybe Blue Beetle. I like
That's
Blue
actually, yeah. So we got Captain Boomerang, Blue Beetle, and for me, I don't really know. We're going with a lot of those that you guys might not know about. Blue Beetle is actually really cool, and so is Captain Boomerang. Captain Boomerang was on the Flash like 1 time. Actually, it was on Arrow. For me, there's so many good villains for DC. So I'm gonna say I really want to see the Reverse Flash, which he was in the mobile game, so I don't know if that counts, but I'm gonna say the Reverse Flash anyway.
Yeah.
Because they didn't really have the comics version Reverse Flash; they had the CW Reverse Flash.
Yeah.
So yeah. Also, if we could get new skins for all the characters, what skins for the existing characters would you guys like to see?
I like the TV show Flash skin.
Yeah, they had CW Arrow. They could add CW Flash. That would be a nice.
By the way,
addition.
they did have the CW Arrow, but it was for season 2 and 1, with the no mask and the old suit.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool if we got an update. Cameron, your turn.
I'd like to see. Yeah, I'm gonna pass it. I'm gonna think about it. You can go first.
Okay, so there's a lot of skins that I want to see, but I'm gonna keep it down to 3. I'm gonna see if they make the Reverse Flash. I think they could do some sort of thing where they make the Reverse Flash and an alternate skin is like Zoom. And for like the Flash, if you got an alternate skin for the Flash, but it was Jay Garrick, that would be very cool.
Yes, it would.
And the new Joker, if you guys have seen that, it's a very scary Joker. He has like no face, and it's like taped. It's pretty gross. I want to see that type of Joker in the game. I think it'd be very interesting to see and very scary.
I just thought of mine. Flashpoint characters, like Flashpoint version of Batman, the Thomas Wayne Batman.
That would be cool. I don't know. Do they? I think they have that.
I'm pretty sure they might have had something like it, but I'm not sure if it was.
It was Red Sun. That's the one we're thinking of.
Yeah, Red Sun.
I know they had Deathstroke from Flashpoint.
Yes, they did.
So that's very interesting.
think. It's been a while since I played.
All right, next
So-
question.
Cameron, would you like to introduce the next topic?
Sure. What do you think the next story is going to be like? Like we saw at the end of the original Injustice, Superman gave a hint that he still had his powers from inside the cell that he was going to escape.
Yeah, but you see him being contained in the Red Sun area, and that was it was one of those endings where you don't really like touch up on it later, kind of like a Return of the Jedi ending where you get this feeling and you're like, yeah, this is over, which was pretty bad. I mean, pretty sad, but now that they're doing another game, honestly, you can't really say which they're gonna do next because there's really a subtitle for it, but it doesn't give any hints. Like Gods Among Us could be anything. It could be a fan film. It could be a story arc. It could be anything. But this one, it says every battle defines you, and when you see that, you kind of think it's gonna be like a multiplayer or a Street Fighter kind of route, which is what they kind of went for in the first game, but they had a lot more of a story.
Do remember this is the same developers of Mortal Kombat. So.
It is, which makes another good point. So, yeah, go ahead.
I have a few things. Maybe we'll go like a story route of that Superman had more people in his regime and they're gonna help break him out, or somebody new that's going to start a completely new regime, or maybe something that is very unlikely that I would not ever want to happen. It's maybe like people in Smash Bros, like the new one. There's no story mode at all. That's playing.
Yeah, like it'd be pretty. I don't know if I want to see it, but maybe we could. Judging by the way that the title is looking, I have a bad feeling that we're gonna get something like gladiator matches. So like it's like Superman's prisoners or something like that are forced to gladiator match against each other, which I really am not looking forward to. And if they really wanted to go this route, which they probably will not, they could go the Red Hood route, but it doesn't really weigh in much to the other story. But I'm hoping that will still be in the Insurgency in this new game. I'm hoping it's still the collided universes. I hope they don't just stick with one. And if they do stick with just one, I hope they go the Red Hood route or Death of the Family route or even the Trinity War.
Yes, Trinity War would be good.
That would be a good thing because that kind of takes place with the Batman versus Superman versus Wonder Woman thing, whereas the first game was Batman versus Superman. So Trinity War would fit in very well with this. I think we should look forward to this if it does happen because it would make sense if it happens.
It would.
And maybe it's kind of if they do Trinity War, maybe it's kind of everyone's battling over what happens to the regime or the insurgency. Like all like Superman's men are fighting, and Batman's going up against Wonder Woman who wants control, and Superman broke out and he wants to get back into control, but now Wonder Woman's in charge. You have this whole big conflict. It's a great comic. Go check that book out if you haven't, or if you're too lazy. There's this great YouTube channel called Comic Story, and you can go find it there. So, on to our next topic besides Injustice.
Yes.
Fan films for the future.
We have Deadpool and Cable coming up just around the corner. If you didn't see the after credit for Green Arrow, we teased Deadpool and Cable.
If you have not seen that, go check it out then. And speaking of Green Arrow, that did amazing.
Yes, it did.
20 likes. That's like, oh my gosh.
It has
Means so much,
59 views right now.
Yeah. So, Kyle, what do you have to say about Deadpool and Cable, and are you excited to see the new movie?
I'd like to actually see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't know much about comics or anything about Deadpool and Cable. I don't know a lot about that stuff.
He doesn't have a very big role in it whatsoever.
So yeah, but if you remember at the end of Deadpool vs. Deathstroke, he burns up-ish. So now we don't know really what happens to Deadpool. I think it'd be a good storyline because hopefully we'll be looking into the Deadpool and Cable now have this sort of like rivalry in between them, because if you remember at the end of the last one, Deadpool cut off Cable's hand.
Yes.
Cable was just like out of there. So now Deadpool's probably going to be like, oh, Cable, I need your help again. And something stupid like that. Like he needs his help because he can't afford chimichangas or something like that. So, yeah, that's for Deadpool and Cable, like we said. You can look forward to that coming soon. And we have another big fan film coming out. Cameron, would you like to announce to the people what we are making?
we decided that we'd make a Red Hood miniseries.
Yes, and this is going to be directed by me because, it's just crazy how everything is working out. I have the Red Hood helmet with me actually right now, which we made, and I'm going to be directing this, and I'm going to be scripting it and everything else, just like you are going to be in charge of the cable.
Yes.
So this is going to be my form of take on a story. It's very hard to explain because I don't think there was ever a comic insight on this story. It's kind of like we made the story up a little bit based on the characters, and it leads up to Under the Red Hood.
Yeah.
So it's going to be basically about Red Hood. He's hunting down the Joker. So I'll put on the mask right now.
It's gonna gap Death in the Family and Under the Red Hood.
Yep, it's going to work.
If you can see up to the mask, you have to make some earpieces.
Yeah, the mask we're still working on. It was really easy to make. If you go on Let's Make Stuff, it's a YouTube channel. They have a whole tutorial. It's very simple. It's not high tech or anything. It doesn't cost much. It's probably cost me $20 to make, if that. And that's if you have nothing. If you have some paint, if you have some foam, which you probably don't, but if you have some sunglasses and everything like that, if you have duct tape, if you even have the red paint or just a red foam, it's probably going to cost you about $5, which is relatively what it cost me. But $20 is the most I can think of for it. So you can look forward to that coming very soon. And we are just over 10 minutes now. So
Yes, so I think we're going to cut it off.
please like, comment, and subscribe for
Peace.
Fan Films. Yeah.